Guys, welcome back to Real Nafifin. In today's video, got something a little different. In today's video, we're going to teach you how to make some homemade beef jerky or any kind of jerky you want. So today we're using a backwoods seasoning mix. This is a mesquite flavor. We got a nice piece of steak here. I believe it's flank. Basically what we're going to do, we're going to cut it in half here and just make small, thin slices. We're going to add our cure that comes in here, add some of the seasoning mix, wrap it up and let it sit for 24 hours. Those are your basic steps. So let's get into it. That just seems way too big. So we cut it in half. I think we're going to make quarters out of this steak because it's pretty big. We don't really need a piece of jerky that long. So we're taking half here. Let's get that out of the way. And probably 1/4 inch slices, I say, because it's going to lose some of its thickness in the oven when you cook it. Something like that. Try to be somewhat consistent and just, if it's still too thick, it'll just take a little bit longer to cook, but it won't dry out as quick as a super thin piece would. Now, if you guys ever find like some little bit of fat or connective tissue in your in between your pieces, which I kind of did, we didn't film it, but you just take it, cut it out, kind of butterfly it out, and just go around and toss it out. You don't really need to keep all that fat because no one wants a piece of fat when they were trying to have jerky. Now, this is not a process you can, make in a day. I'm sure you could, but it's not recommended. You kind of want to let the cure sit on it for at least 24 hours. That way, you're not going to get sick from the meat. So this fillet knife I'm using is actually a kit knife I made for my dad for his birthday or Christmas one year. This is a little fillet knife I bought off some knife company website, and I just finished off the handle. But it's maple, and I took a little bit of a walnut stain. I kind of just put it on. I rubbed it off, so it kind of gave like a weathered look. It looked pretty good. Fits the hand pretty good, and it pretty sharp knife. Oh, I actually didn't cut that whole piece. Alright, so your next step after you slice it up is get yourself a sheet of tin foil. Now I'm looking at ours a little too small. What you want to do is basically lay them out like this, all next to each other. That way you can put your cure on them, a nice even coat, and that way they all get covered, because it's very important they all get covered. When you're laying out your pieces, if some pieces seem too small, kind of like this one right here, just don't include it. So that's just gonna burn up and it's gonna make your house stink, and you don't want that. Our directions for the seasoning are 2 pounds of seasoning for 1 pound of meat and about 1/4 teaspoon of the cure. But we're about 1.5 pounds of meat, so I'm gonna bump that cure up to about 1/4 teaspoon. I'm gonna do just a little over a tablespoon for the seasoning, because I believe that will probably be just enough. So I like to have a little more seasoning than recommended because it tastes better. This is our cure. Yep. So I'm gonna get everything towards the bottom so this does not become a mess. that open. Get a little. Add just a little bit more liqueur, and there we go. Probably just about enough. Then in here, it's our seasoning. That smells damn good. Two big old tablespoons, which are these boys right here. No, it doesn't have to be like flat on the nose, but I'm gonna get a funnel, so it's not. So we found our funnel. A little big for the job, but it'll work. So we're just gonna put our seasoning in. There's one. There's two. And we're just gonna go just a pinch more. For this, since it has the cure in the bottom, we're kind of gonna just mix it up a little bit. That way everything gets incorporated. Since we didn't do exactly what the directions said, but that's fine. So we're just gonna take a little topper like this, a little shaker, and you're just gonna take it above your meat and just go back and forth. You're gonna go a little bit light on your first pass because you have to flip these and put it on the other side as well. So you know, if you did enough, you can always put more on.
You never want to go too late.
No, you don't want to go too late because you don't want to miss any pieces, because you want to use all that cure that's in there.
I mean, we got it. You might as well use it. We got a whole pack for it.
I don't know. Alright, so we got the first little batch wrapped up. All you have to do is get a big old sheet of tin foil like this. Take the one you have and just kind of do it all like burrito wrap, so it's nice and tight. The key to this is to make sure everything is as tight and as sealed off as you can make it. And just take it up to the top like this, fold it in half. Fold it in. It doesn't really matter how you fold it, as long as it gets tight as possible. Put that in. And I'm probably just going to grab at least one more piece. It's better to have more than you need. Alright guys, we're back with the jerky video. It's been about 24 hours, give or take a couple minutes. So we're going to take our jerky out the fridge and I'll show you what the next step is. So the next thing you're going to need are these right here. They're cooling racks, or you can call it, or get like jerky racks. You need enough of those to fit all your meat. You're also going to need sheet trays, some cookie sheets. Put these up on like this, like that. So if you can like drip through. And you want to do is you're going to want to line this with a tin foil. That way it doesn't make a mess. Just pick a piece. Like that. You basically want to do the same thing you did when you were seasoning. Get them pretty close so you have enough room. May not need both sheets, but I'd rather have both. And for this recipe, the oven has to be at 200 degrees. I'm gonna go in there for about, they say an hour and 15 minutes per side, but it's all kind of preference. You want like more chewy, or you want it so kind of soft. It's up to you what you want really. So I would go with just do what the box says, and then go from there. All right, so our jerky just got put in the oven. Timer is set for an hour and 15. The one to the left, I put a little extra seasoning on it, but I'll check back when these are all done. All right, guys, we're back. It's a couple days after I made the jerky, and I kind of honestly forgot to film what it looked like when it came out the oven, but I have a couple pieces left so I can show you what it looks like. So here's what we're looking at. I'm gonna take some right into the light here. As you can see right here, it's got a good amount of spice on it, or these pieces do. I ended up cooking it for about 3.5 hours, or closer to 3. It all depends on your taste of how you like it, your jerky. If you like it chewier, or you like it have a little more pull. You just have to do what the recipe says and go from there. When I finished this off, what I did was when I cooked it, I put a little extra seasoning, as you probably saw in the video. And after that, I took whatever was left on the pan after it cooked, took off the tin foil, and I put it right into the paper bag after I cooked it. And I shook it up, saw the little oil that was left on here, or the moisture went right into the jerky. Now when you're done cooking your jerky, the best thing to do with it, after it cool, is to put it into a brown paper bag like this. Keeps all the moisture or anything from growing on it. It just helps keep it nice and contained. So I guess I'll just take one of these pieces so you can get my reaction. Not my first reaction, but my thoughts on the taste of it. I'll turn this around. It's a little bit of a skinnier piece, so it's gonna be a little tougher. You know it's pink on the inside and it's cooked all the way through. That's just due to the curing salt. But it's got good taste, a little bit of kick. But I think the next time I do it, I may add a little bit of brown pepper, or not brown pepper, black pepper, or a little bit of red pepper flake. Just to bring up the heat a little bit, and a little bit more of a different taste profile. If you like videos like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button, press like, and look for the playlist that has any like cooking videos. Any like wild game cooking videos. So I'm gonna start doing that pretty soon. So be sure to check that out. Thanks for watching.